Yo, what's going on, guys? Back today with another video, and today I'm going to talk about a manga that I've started recently. I'm not finished with it, so this is not like a full, complete review, but I'm like about 50 chapters in, and I have been reading Monster by Naoki Urasawa. This manga is crazy, bro. So, the basic premise, at least so far in the story, because like I said, I'm not even like halfway through. Halfway would be like 75-ish chapters. I'm like chapter about to be at chapter 50. But the basic premise is there's a Japanese doctor that's in Germany. Because the story starts around like 1986, and this Japanese doctor is like very highly touted in terms of like neurosurgeon, right? Very like great doctor, like super reliable. Probably one of the no, probably the best doctor in the hospital. And like there was a point where he was gonna get promoted, but it it fell on between what was it? It fell between him saving this wife's husband who was in the hospital first, and like the mayor of the city, or no, it like this boy that had just been like shot in the head, and like the mayor of this city. And he decides that after having a talk with this one girl at a restaurant, where she tries to tell him that certain lives are more important than others, he like spiraled from that. And when he once he remembered that, he's like, you know what, no, I'm doing this for the better of myself and to actually be like a good doctor. So he saves this kid's life, right? And little did he know, a little bit after he saves him, that this kid ends up turning out to be, the title of this kid is an absolute monster, bro. Oh my goodness. Like this guy is like is like pure like like actually pure evil. Um so like one of the first instances that we see of it from like at an early age is while the like this kid is still recovering. His name is the monster is Johan, right? This kid is recovering in the hospital, and they try to the people of the hospital are like trying to take advantage of it, promote the hospital. They trying to have his sister, who was the person that shot him. They try to have his sister meet up with her brother again, like prematurely, and she obviously can't do it because she's still like horrified from what had happened when they were found. And like not even like a little bit after they try to force each other to meet up, uh Tenma, which is the doctor that saved Johan, comes into the nearby the room and sees that every single one of the doctors there is just dead. Like they are all like sprawled on the ground. They all got poisoned because they'd eaten this candy that was in the that was in Johan's room. And then this is basically the start of like this whole like elaborate setup to try and this had all occurred because while Tenma was saving Johan, he basically he'd wished all of those like people who were trying to use medicine in order to just further their own like gains and goals, that he just wished they'd like die. And then like Johan like took that to heart and ended up just completely wiping them. So then again at this point, we like this was one of the first times we'd actually like seen his face after the events that occurred, and we don't see his face again until the one night where one of the people that was being suspected of all these like murders or just being connected to all of them, he gets he tries to run away from the hospital, and Tenma chases after him, and where they end up in this abandoned, it looked like an abandoned parking lot. And like he runs into the guy that he's been taking care of, who was connected to the murders. And this like completely black figure is standing like at the other end of the lot with a gun in his hand pointing at the guy. And he starts talking like they're like very well known friends. And at that point, we as the audience kind of figure out exactly who it is, but Tenma still has no idea, because I mean he can't even like see his face. And yeah, like they talk for a little more, and then Tenma, or not Tenma, Johan tells him how you know, he wished for those guys to die. I was just like repaying you for saving my life. And not only does he just kills the guy right in front of Tenma's face, he starts walking by him. And then for the first time, that was the first time in the manga that we'd actually like seen Johan's face like as an adult, or at least grown up. And like that whole sequence was like, oh, it was crazy, bro. It was so like, oh my goodness, man. This like so far, like since that point, like continuing all the story, and then from that point onward, it's basically been Tenma's mission to try and kill Johan and stop him from doing all these like heinous crimes, which is like becoming this like super sprawled out web of like a bunch of different connections all over the place. All people trying to stop like Tenma, because Johan is like intentionally framing Tenma to be the person doing all this stuff, while he's pulling all of the strings behind the scenes. And like what like one thing that I'm like really enjoying about this manga so far, at least, is that they, for how like they're talking about this guy like he's like Mater or something, bro. Like I really do enjoy when stories can like properly hype up, or I guess like maybe not like hype up, or like make the reader like fear this character while like barely ever seeing them in actuality until like a true reveal or something like that. Like in the sense of Madara, we don't actually see like we don't see like the actual Madara until I think it was, what was it? It was Obito's like flashback after he had been saved from getting crushed by the rock. And then we don't see like actual Madara until he pulls up in the war. Like that, those are like some of like my favorite like ways of writing characters ever. And it's low key like it's the exact way that what's this called? Maybe not the exact way that I'm trying to write this one character in a story that I'm writing, because our characters have kind of technically already seen them. But like just writing characters like that has always been like super interesting to me, because there's so many different ways that you can do it, and a lot of the times it's done like really well. And this manga so far has been like nothing short of like crazy, bro. And another thing too, like even with as how many people are like getting like killed, like they don't try and overdo like the gore aspect of like the manga. Like a lot of the scenes like where people are actually like end up dead are like really simple, or I guess like not simple as in terms of like basic, but simple in terms of like you very clearly see that this person is just like dead. It's like the gore is not like overdone, like how it would look in like say like Tokyo Ghoul or JJK, but it's like the horror is more so focused on like the psychological aspect of like we can barely see the people doing this stuff, especially in the case of Johan. We like to the point where I'm at in the manga. Like I said, we've only seen his like adult face. We've only seen his actual face like 3 times, I think. Either 3 times or twice. Because there's obviously when Tenma meets him in the parking lot, which I described earlier. Then there's when his twin sister Anna sees him again walking through a crowd of people when she was meeting up with a guy. Um, and then even though it's a flashback, I'll still count it. It's when a different character was also a witness to what happened at the parking lot. She saw him walk down the stairs after killing the person that was talking with Tenma. So like we've barely seen this guy's face at to this point, and it's like, oh my god, I can't wait to see how crazy this manga gets, bro. I can already tell this is gonna end up being one of like this low key might end up being one of my favorites, dude. It is that good. But I will definitely let you guys know how good it is when I finish it. I'll definitely have like a longer, like in-depth review video like I did with Soul Eater and Firefall. I don't think I did one with Soul Eater. Actually, that's a lie. I think I did. Um, Actually, no, I didn't do one with Soul Eater. I did like the one I did with Fire Force. I'll try and do a video like the one I did with Fire Force, where I go more in depth about everything that I like the whole manga. But that is gonna be enough for me today. I hope you guys had a great day. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and most importantly, turn on those post notifications so you never miss a vid. That's going to be enough for me. I will see you guys tomorrow.